Hi, I'm Kevin. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making the famous French bread called brioche. Brioche is soft and fluffy and golden and eggy and buttery and yeasty and rich and, well, obviously I love it. I can eat a whole loaf all by myself. So let's get started on the recipe. The ingredients for this bread come from the late great James Beard. And to start, you take the bowl of a stand mixer and add a half cup of very warm water. Very warm means about 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Then add 3 and 1/8 teaspoon of active dry yeast. I always buy my yeast in a jar. It's just easier to deal with and much cheaper to buy than the yeast that comes in the little packets. And then we're going to add 2 tablespoons of regular granulated sugar and give that a whisk. And then just let this sit for about 5 minutes to let the yeast proof. We'll be back. And here's our yeast. 5 minutes later, it has foamed up beautifully. Not sure if you can see. Anyway, we now know that the yeast is definitely alive. So next we have to add 1 cup of melted unsalted butter. That's 2 sticks of butter or 226 grams of butter. And if you think that's a lot of butter, just consider this. 1 cup of butter is a lot less than 2 cups of butter. Pour this into the yeast mixture and add 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Yeah, bread without any salt can be really bland. Going to whisk that in. And then add 4 large beaten eggs. And again, 4 eggs is a lot less than 6 eggs. So actually, this is a very healthy bread. Finally, add 4 cups of all-purpose or plain flour. And I'm going to, actually I don't need to stir this with a spoon because my electric mixer will do that job. And I do have the dough hook attached to this mixer. Just have to get the bowl attached. And let's move you in a little closer. And then we're going to knead this first at low speed, just to get the flour incorporated. Move you closer still. Boost that up a notch. And if you don't have an electric mixer, you can always put all of these ingredients, fixing the monitor, you can always put these ingredients in a large mixing bowl and then turn them out onto a work surface and knead the dough entirely by hand. I just find everything is easier with a stand mixer. Okay. Now we're going to boost this 1 notch higher and knead the dough for 7 or 8 minutes, just until the dough is smooth and elastic. And while the dough is kneading, take a large mixing bowl and grease it with shortening or oil or butter, or with vegetable spray. Okay, this dough has been kneading for about 9 minutes. Let's have a look. Get closer. Yeah. This is nice. So the dough has lost its stickiness. And then let's turn it onto a work surface for a moment. See, it came out of the bowl cleanly. And to make sure that the dough has been kneaded enough, you want to pull it, and if it stretches without breaking, you know that, well, you know that you've kneaded it for long enough. Then form the dough into a ball, and to do that, you fold the edges underneath like this. Kind of looks like a chicken. Then grab the greased bowl and turn this seam side up. So we've greased the smooth top, and then flip the dough to grease the other side. Then let me grab a sheet of plastic wrap, cover the bowl, and then put this in a warm location until the dough doubles in volume. That will take, 90 minutes to 2 hours, so we'll be back. All right, I think the bread has doubled in volume. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. Now, before I deflate this, let me show you. You will need 2 bread pans, and these are 8 inches by 4 inches. So 8 inches long and 4 inches deep. And I did grease them. Now, get this out of here. And we're going to gently deflate this. Let's use the fingers. Oh, it smells really good already. And then dump this onto a non-floured work surface. And then grab my handy bench press, not bench press, but what is this called? Bench scraper. Or you could use a knife. And I'm going to cut this in half. Put one over here. And then with this one, going to first turn it into a ball. And let me fix this monitor. Sorry, you got a nice view of my hand there. And again, just turn the ends under. What we're doing is creating surface tension on top. We want a smooth top, which we are then going to pat out. Move you a little closer. I want to turn this into a circle that is the same diameter as my bread pan. Yep, I think we're about there, maybe a little wider. And then take the upper part of the circle and pull out 2 ears, like Mickey Mouse. And then fold these in to make a triangle up here. And then roll and push. Roll and push. I'm pushing with my thumbs. Roll and push, roll, push, roll, push, roll. And then finally, when you get to the end, karate chop the seam. Hee-yah! And then plop this right into the bread pan. I'll do the other one for you. Form it into a ball. Yeah, we want to have a very smooth top. So again, fold the ends underneath. See how smooth that is? And pat it out. No need to use a rolling pin here. Check the diameter. We are good. Mickey Mouse ears. Fold them in. Roll, push, roll, push, roll, push, roll, push, roll. Karate chop. That way we've sealed the seam. Into the bread pan. Then, let me grab some cling film. Okay, and cover the bread pans loosely with the cling film. I put these pans on a baking sheet just to make them easy to transport. I will not be baking the bread on a baking sheet, however. And these go into a warm location until they double in volume, or just barely climb above the rim of the pans. That will take 20 to 30 minutes. And while the bread is rising, say after it's been rising for about 10 or 15 minutes, preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll be back. All right, we're ready for the next step. The loaves have risen just above the rim of the pan. And now, to give the loaves a glamorous finish, take 1 egg yolk and beat it with, a tablespoon or so of either heavy cream or milk. Just paint that on. And this egg wash is going to give the bread a very nice bronze crust. These go into the oven until they turn a deep golden brown on top, and that will take 30 minutes. And again, that's a 400 degree Fahrenheit oven. We'll be back. Bread is ready. Have a look. I'm going to let these cool on a wire rack. For about 10 minutes, and then I'll unmold them. Here they are. Time to unmold. Sorry about the noise. Here's one. And 2. Okay, I'm going to let these cool on a wire rack until they achieve room temperature. Then we'll come back, cut a slice, and have a little taste. See you soon. Well, the bread isn't quite at room temperature, but it's cool enough, and I am hungry. Let's see. Do it right here. Ooh, look at this golden crumb. I'm going to break it apart. Look at that. Very fluffy. Little bite. Yep. It's brioche, a very rich bread. Let's put some strawberry preserves on this. Another bite. Now, you'll notice that I did not put any butter on this bread. It was starting to slide off the plate. That's because there's already a heck of a lot of butter in the bread. So it's light and fluffy, but it's still very moist. It's got an excellent crumb. So promise me, one fine day, you will make yourself a loaf of brioche. It's one of the greatest breads ever invented. And I will put the list of ingredients in the description box below, and then I will have a printable recipe over on my website, and I will link the website in the description box. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending time with me today. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And if you learned anything in this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'll see you very soon with another delicious recipe. Bye for now.